versus renting or whatever it is. That's how you build wealth ultimately, is you own things rather than rent them. A tractor has a question. We already have an ETH and BNB
Hey,
bridge.
you
Are there any
guys,
plans for a
side to
Soul bridge?
side.
Solana
Just
ecosystem is
checking
going
out the
crazy,
rest
and
of
I think
Town
many
Hall
people
here
would
before
roll
we get
profits
into
from
it.
there if there was an easy way to get in the game. Yeah, I mean, 100%. So I want to do bridges to like every ecosystem we can. Um, but I also like I want to wait a little bit until
Looks
after
like we're
our
going to have a
player
lot to talk
experience
about
stuff
today.
is done more, right? Because
A
the amount
lot
of
to
time and
talk
effort
about.
we're going to spend on doing all those bridges is not going to pay off as much if the people coming in through them don't have a great experience. And then that's also like when we get into the marketing thing, I don't want to just build a soul bridge or whatever bridge and then just say, okay, here it is. Hopefully people find it and come to it. I want someone specifically, working for us that goes out to those ecosystems or other projects and can promote it heavily. So the time we spend building those bridges can really pay off. We know we can get the eyeballs, and we know when those players come in that they're going to have an awesome experience. So, again, like everything, like you guys, I wish all this was right now. But this is the first time we've actually taken the time to focus on doing all this stuff. And it's like over the next six months or so, like this is our focus on all these things, so we can go after these opportunities and make sure they pay off when we do them. Um, Question from B Nuts is validator plans. Yeah, validators are uh, important, but we have to be very careful with. We can only do so much stuff, right? So I talked about the major focuses are land and the new player experience, and I think ultimately, like if I had to pick, we have to pick. We have a whole bunch of things we can do like, that are available to be done. We have to pick a few of them, and I think that the best way to grow this ecosystem is is really the focus on that player experience and the marketing, and then hopefully that gets us to a position where we have many more resources available to then go and bring in more people to finish up uh, all the other stuff that's kind of hanging out there. But until we have the resources, I need to focus on the things that are going to get us the resources. So I am very excited about validators. It's super exciting for me as like a blockchain enthusiast and developer to have our kind of own like SPS chain that operates the game. But I don't think that's the right decision for the business or the community, given our resources right now. um, Question: if when you move up, you get more rewards, is the plan? How will this balance with SPS staking for reward boosts? Right now, one primary reason why people earn less when moving up is that it requires staking more SPS at higher leagues. Uh, yeah, so that's a good question, and that's something we're going to be looking at. So it should never. We're still going to have SPS staking. That's obviously an incredibly important part, and you will need to earn and get more SPS and stake it in order to get more rewards. One thing is that every win you get, you will get some SPS every day when you get chests, and every season you will get SPS. So players' SPS stake should naturally go up over time just from participating in the game, but it should never be the case, even if you move up and you don't increase your SPS reward, your SPS stake, you should never get less rewards, right? You may not get, you may get only a little bit more, but and not as much as you could get had you staked more SPS, but it should never ever be less, right? It should always, every time, 100% of the time, be beneficial to get a higher rating. And we're going to have to make sure the system works that way as we go through this. Question: for those of us interested in spending DEC to purchase Gladius stones, any idea on how long that will take to implement? Some of us might save up our Gladius packs if it is on the horizon.
I can also take this one
Yeah,
since
go
I
ahead.
implemented the guild store myself. So this is referring to the Brawl proposal that recently passed to reprice Gladius stones for merits and also DEC and stuff. And I can tell you that this is pretty low-hanging fruit. It's not something that would
How's it
take a
going, Jay
long time to
Daniel? Don't want to
implement,
get too much reverb
but
going
we
on
have
here,
to
but
prioritize it
we'll be chatting a
along
bit when
with
it's all
other
over.
projects
DeFizz, hey,
that we
buddy.
want to get done. And
It's been an
currently, we're
interesting
also
town hall.
working on migrating those guild store pages into the tech modernization client. So there's also a question of, do we want to do this before that work is done and then have to repeat the work again? or do we want to wait until after those pages are migrated to tech modernization and then do it? So there's a little bit of discussion that we have to have internally regarding how to prioritize stuff like this.
Yeah, thank you, Cryptomancer. Give me a sec. I lost my place here. All right, here we are. Meridorn is asking, any word about Soulkeep? I don't have any update compared to what I said last time. We are still working through all the legal work that's necessary to try to have a third party take it over and get the game launched. That's the plan. I think that's the best way to move forward. It's the best option we have
How's it
to
going,
get a game
everybody?
out there that's actually
I
run
think
and
I'm going to get some
operated by
strong
a team
reverb
that
on
has
this
the
mic if I
resources to
were
run and operate a
to have
game.
it running at the same time as
And
Town Hall. I'm
unfortunately,
sure
these
we all want
things
to hear
just can be
Town
a pain
Hall.
in the butt,
I'll just chill with you guys and chat in our
get
little chat
done with
area here, and
contracts and
I'll
all that
bounce
stuff.
back and forth between Town
But
Hall, and
that is
then
still a priority
we'll
that
pick
we're
up when it's
working on
over,
because I
because
want to get that game
I mean, Town
launched.
Hall priority, right?
Birds, Bees, and Trees is asking,
I did
how
like the
increasing your
news.
chance of gold foil
I
raid
did
to
like the
be only
news.
4% per card or up
Uh,
to 100%
I was
chance?
almost asleep with
I
my
read a few
daughter, and I
articles,
thought he
can't
said
figure it out.
18x
Correct
unlock
me if I'm
fees
wrong,
for the
Cryptomancer, but it's
Soulbound,
just
which I didn't
you can
like,
just
but
double the chance from 2%
some of
to
the other
4%.
questions I had,
It's like
I did like.
using a potion. You can't go beyond 4%. Is that right?
Yep, that's right, exactly. And you can choose to do that per card. So you can say, oh, I'm getting 10 airdrop cards. I want to spend vouchers to increase my chances for, say, 5 of them, or 6 of them, or all 10 of them, however many vouchers you want to spend.
Awesome. Question from Zertz. With your plans of the release of a new Gladius card set greatly needed, will you be retiring the previous set from the modern format? We don't have plans to release a new Gladius card set yet. We have plans to release a new Soulbound Rebellion reward card set. I agree that it will be good at some point to release a new Gladius card set, but we again only have so much we can do, so that's not in the immediate, near future right now. Question from Nizzies. Is there any plan to give it a bit more attraction
It's
to
funny,
the
I'm nowhere
druid? I
near
think that
completing
means
my
Rooney.
Gladius
It can
set right
help with the
now, so if they
advertising part
released
of
a
the game.
second Gladius
Yeah,
set, I'd be so far behind.
I'd like it Rooney to feature in with some of the stuff that Nate was showing. If we have, customizing avatars and your house or your like social cosmetics and what the word is.
Yeah.
I I'd like Rooney to factor into that. So it's like if you have a Rooney, and you can really show off your traits and that type of stuff. Um,
I agree. I think it'd be cool to show the Rooney right there by your avatar, just kind of floating there by your head or whatever, or in the house. That'd be cool too.
That was kind of one of
Yeah.
Weirdbeard's ideas too, was to kind of like have a
Maybe that's
house that
something
had all
also
your
we could
trophies
allow
in it,
bridging to other
and you could
chains.
display
So
everything. I've got some of that information.
it
Maybe I
can
can
be
show that one
tradable on
day.
Solana or
I don't
something.
know if
Things
it's
like
like
that. That might be
if
another
I'm allowed
area
to or
where we can
not.
get more attention to Rooney without necessarily having to build a whole bunch of new stuff for it.
But it was an
Did you
idea of
have him
Weirdbeard's
actually
too. Have
accidentally
like a
unveil the
trophy
new
room.
next card set? No, but I guess that might be a cool name, but I leave that up to the creative team. Question from Druids. A different crypto SPT NFTs are a thing when on land. I don't understand that question. I don't know if maybe it is if SPT means the Splinter Talk token. Same thing I've always said. We have very limited resources. I don't plan to put that on the SPT token for the time being. That gets the end of our questions. I went a little
You're
over,
the man,
which is
DeFizz.
fine. I
Love you,
know it's been
buddy.
a while.
Thanks for the
I'm gonna
sub.
have to jump off, but thank you, everyone.
3 month streak. Woo
I mean,
woo.
we talked about a lot of stuff here, and this is our focus for this year. And it's going to be, there's going to be fewer new features. There's going to be
I
fewer
can't wait
new
for the
things that
NPE,
we're going to be
guys.
selling, and
I'm
that's
so
on
pumped for
purpose. I think
NPE.
we clearly oversold stuff, and we are going to really be focusing on the player experience in the existing game. And so we're going to need, like I said before, we're going to need the support of everybody in the community along with us for this. You know, and everything that the community can do to help us with DAO proposals that we might put out, or help us by buying rebellion packs or whatever it is. um, you know we're going to need to all be in this together and understand that this is going to take time and effort, but we're doing it. We're here for it, and we're going to make it happen. And that's ultimately, in my opinion, the way we're gonna really, really grow this thing and see it take off is to expand significantly and make sure everybody has an awesome experience when they get here. So thank you again, everybody. We will be back in 2 weeks, whatever date that is. You can check it in the event schedule, and we'll talk the first. Okay, I've been told it's the 1st of February, so we'll talk to you then. Have a great day, evening, whatever time it is, and we'll talk to you next time.
This is a story, the one where we will not accept defeat. This is a
There we go. All right. All right. I think I figured it out. I think I got everything working. I think we're back here. Let me turn on the background music again. Okay. Let me know, guys, is it working? Can you guys hear my voice without having the background music going on? Or I should say with having my normal background music on, but not a bunch of Splinterlands stuff? Loud and clear? Awesome. All right. Well, hey, guys, that was a lot to unpack. Mondroid! Am I the tech master now? All I did was I figured out how to make it play the actual music from my screen. That's literally it. That's all I figured out how to do. So I don't know if I'm the tech master, but I made it work. Good to see Mondroid in here. Guy, nice to see you actually chatting here with me. You got to see my beautiful face for the first time, possibly. Here I am, Mondroid. Mondroid and I had a lot of talking that we did previously. He's part of the reason why I went and I did this one. This Cheating in Splinterlands YouTube tournament, which of you guys, what the heck? I've got to wait to see my own video. I've got to get through an ad to see my own video. Skip. Which if you guys haven't seen it yet, let me go over here. Like we're watching how fast some people enter their teams, right? So it's funny. I'll put a link to this here. I'll promote myself a little bit. But man, yeah, Mondroid and I were having a talk because we were watching people enter their teams in like 4 minutes and 4 seconds. I think it took one guy 4 minutes and 4 seconds to enter 11 teams in a gold wild tournament. And I was like, I actually went straight to Discord. I was like, come on, Splinterlands, you got to do better to like prevent these kind of like these bots and stuff like that. Because obviously they're botting if it's 4 minutes and 4 seconds to enter 11 teams in a wild tournament. And I think I talked about this a little bit last week. What was his name again? His name was someone or other FTW. We find him again. It was Charles FTW. So I started talking with Charles FTW, and I got into a private chat here with Claiborne, and Mondroid missed it, unfortunately. How's it going, Hank? But Claiborne was there, Eldon One was there, a bunch of other people were there, and we actually watched in real time as Charles FTW, who plays the Bad Witches account, entered some teams, and he was going so fast, and it was happening in real time, because you could watch him enter the team, and then see the team being entered in the tournament as well. So that actually prompted me to do this whole expose. I got into a chat with Dave and with Charles FTW at the same time. And I was like, you're going to have to record one of these so I can make a little video on it, because people are not going to believe that there aren't straight up bots in these tournaments without me showing some proof to someone, sure, maybe 5 of us got to see it happen in real time, but the rest of the Splinterverse wants to see this so we can witness it with our own eyes, that what's actually happening here. And he sent me a video. I put that into that link there if you guys wanted to watch it, and you can see how fast Charles FTW moves. You can see his mouse and everything like that moving, and see him altering his team lineups and everything like that on the fly as well. And what it basically came down to was just that this is some people's jobs. He runs Charles FTW, for instance, runs over 10 accounts, and they're obviously high level accounts, because if he's running the Bad Witch, for instance, right, that's Dave McCoy's account, and Dave has everything, right? So he's probably running 10 accounts. It's all just muscle memory at this point in time, right? And some of the things I alluded to were the Tetris masters that can actually get so far in Tetris now just by playing that they actually can crash the game, which is the true end game of Tetris, right? I actually started watching 45 minutes on videos on how to break NES Tetris and everything, but like you've got people who can play that well with Tetris. You got people who can solve the Rubik's Cubes while spinning them through the air. It's not, now that I've seen it with my own eyes, it's not altogether impossible that there are people who can play Splinterlands and are just like, boom, 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 I'm just that good. I can go ahead and I can just enter a million teams and stuff like that. Within 4 minutes and 4 seconds, I can have 11 gold wild teams entered. And like I said, I saw it with my own eyes, and then he sent me another video, and like I said, if it was just the video that he sent, I'd be like, well, man, he could have just sent this video and sped it up and everything like that. But no, since I saw it with my own eyes first, that's why I wanted to give that commentary in the video and say, no, like, listen, this was legit. This was legit. But let's talk a little bit about that town hall first. Like, one of the things that there are two things I want to talk about in particular. One of them is one of the things I've been harping on for forever, which was that under-leveled card penalty, which is one of the things that's kind of kept me out of Diamond, to be honest with, or sorry, which makes me lose points in Diamond, but it also has kept me kind of out of Champion right now. Like, you guys know that, I've said it a few times, I've spent quite a bit on Rebellion. I think I bought something like 700 packs or something. But if you take a look at my Rebellion, like, I've got, like, I know I bought more of this Ujarak Mystic and stuff, but I've even got commons only at 6-star. And to play in Champ, that means that I take a what? A 20% hit just for using this Ujarak Mystic. I take a 20% non-leveled card penalty. For one of my pet cards here that I've actually won a lot of games with this Chaos Orc, guys. I'm not gonna let Chaos Orc's the real deal. But I've only got him 7-star, right? So I take 15% as a penalty if I played him in Champion, even 5% if I even play him in Diamond, which I do play him in, right? So I'm glad that Matt kind of addressed that. He kind of skimmed over a lot of the question. He said, oh, there's this big long explanation as to why I should leave. But he said that, yeah, that was one of those kind of like temporary stopgap type things that he just did because, I mean, they needed to do something as a partial solution. And he recognized that it wasn't the best solution. And he's planning on kind of like changing that in the future. So that was one of my big takeaways on that, is that they are planning on kind of getting rid of that. And the second takeaway was on the Soulbound reward cards. I was kind of like sitting there. I was on my phone for that, lying in bed with my daughter. My eyes were closing, and I've taken some cough syrup, some of the good cough syrup, if you know what I mean, to try and stop that cough that I've had for so long. Those of you guys who follow along. So I'm sitting there. I'm falling asleep in bed, just kind of trying to watch the town hall, stay awake for my stream and everything like that. And I thought that he said like 18x to unlock Soulbounds, and I was like, this is ridiculous. There's no way that anyone's going to pay 18x to unlock a Soulbound. That would be like $20 just to unlock like a Musa Celine or something like that, right? And then I got corrected. It was like, no, that's like the DEC ratio or something like that. But he was talking like 2 to 4x, which I'm down with. Like, I prefer 2x, let's face it. I think most of us players would prefer 2x, but I can live with 4x. Just don't give me like what I think Bugtis or someone was saying, like 10x or whatever, right? But I was just like, man, I'm just sitting there in bed with my daughter. I'm just dying. I'm like, oh God, I'm not even going to make it to the stream today. I'm just going to fall asleep before it even happens. It's going to be like 9 a.m. is going to roll around. I'm not even going to be conscious. Like, I'm not even going to finish this town hall, let alone be awake for the stream. But then, you know, I kind of like got my second wind and everything like that. I yelled at my daughter, but I'm like, why don't you ever sleep? For the love of God, just close your eyes and go to bed, you know? But yeah, it's good. It's good. So I was very happy about those two things. And I mean, it seems like the team really recognizes the NPE as something that they need to work on. And I can't wait to see what they have. And I will say, Nate, I love Nate. Nate always sounds so enthusiastic whenever he talks. I know that he's got to have something brewing up his sleeve like for the NPE. And from my perspective, I think one of the things that's really missing is like when you go to Splinterlands and stuff like that. Let me just log out. And you're like, I'm on Splinterlands. I just got here and everything like that. Like, you got this screen. It's like, okay, kind of like it is what it is. You know, you enter your username, you log in, and it's just kind of like, all right, kind of a nice screen, I guess. But like, what I want to know is like, where's the animation? Where's the video that you see? Where's the right now, like, I think that you should have that awesome Rebellion intro should be like right there on this screen as soon as you log in and stuff like that. And you can choose to skip it or whatever, but For instance, every time you log into Hearthstone, it always starts with that animation of the hearth or whatever like that, or there's the option to see that cool animation. They should be focusing that, man. They should literally have on this screen a button or like a little sidebar, a little side over here or something like that that says play the Rebellion video. And then over here, they should have play the latest lore video. Like, they should be cashing in on all of this hard work that they've done instead of womp, womp, womp. Like it's, I mean, it's nice pictures and stuff like that, but they've got so much more that they've worked on. Like, they should be displaying that, like, in the foreground, not just waiting on it kind of deal, you know? All right, Ime. Well, would you say they are now removing underleveled penalties? Are they keeping a start card penalty at least? I'd assume they're still going to keep a starter penalty because that's not even owning any cards. But who knows? All I know is that there was a point in time in the video, and again, I was a little bit groggy there, but when Matt said that, no, that was kind of like a stopgap solution, and those are the kinds of things that he plans on removing. That was my question, actually, that I posed in Town Hall that he answered. Because, I mean, you guys know that I've been frustrated with that starter card penalty because, like I was saying, like Mondroid said up here, commons are the hardest to level, which I agree. And even after 2,300 packs, you still have to buy 120 copies of most of them. Yeah, like these commons, and part of the thing with the commons and that underleveled penalty, right, is when I look at my Rebellion, right, and I'm looking at my commons, let me just look at the commons here. Like, some of them are good, like Goblano Soldier, sure, I can see leveling that up and stuff like that, right? But let's look at, like, Marturine Seeker, for instance. Like, once you've got him up to, say, his phase, he's 2405, I guess you get, like, hit points and stuff like that, but there's not, maybe he's not, like, the best example, because you actually kind of get some good stuff out of him. Let's look at the Mystic, all right? Like, the only thing that Mystic gets is a little bit more speed and a little bit more armor as the difference between having him as 150, right? Or even having him as 5-star, right? With 60. All that he really gets is 1 more speed, 1 more hit point, and 2 more armor at max level. And is that really worth, like, 340 more BCX, right? Is it really worth 340 BCX for +1 speed, +1 armor, +2 HP? Like, they need to give it, like, special stuff, like Skyspire Yak, for instance. I can see why you'd want to get him up to a 9-star, right? Because, I mean, look, he'll get heal and everything like that, right? And he'll have a good amount of hit points. He'll be regenerating 2 hit points a turn. So cards like Skyspire Yak, when they have, like, this big metric that they hit, I can totally see wanting to upgrade him. But, I mean, we all know the story with, like, for instance, Barakashur, right? Like, you look at Barakashur, and it's like, sure, I don't want to take a penalty for playing him in Champ, but at the same time, why would I buy 5 more BCX of him, give him +1 armor, +1 hit point? You know, these are the kinds of things that just that don't make sense to me from that underleveled card perspective. Even going back and looking at some of these commons again, right? Let me see. Like, even some of these guys, like Lurking Puffer, obviously, good. You get him to max, you get poison. That's awesome. But I mean, look at Endless Ape, right? Once you have him up here to, like, having his 3 attack, 3/3/2/12, like, he's just bad all around. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm advocating for Endless Ape. If I was making a bottom of Rebellion, he'd be there. But I mean, at the same time, like, once he's got this 3 attack and he's got 2 and 12, like, so for 1 extra attack, you're basically paying 180 BCX, right? And you're only just paying that so that you don't have to take a penalty in Champion. That's literally his difference, is +1 attack for 180 BCX. You know, it just doesn't make sense for me to want to level these guys. So I'd probably play with them if I was going to play with Endless Ape, all right? I mean, there's the caveat. If I was going to play with Endless Ape, I'd probably leave him at 8-star or something like that, because it's just not worth it to upgrade him. And then you've got things like Fenmore Haunt as well, right? Like, we all know the much aligned Fenmore Haunt. He actually loses an attack once you get him to max level. So it's like, I mean, Scavenge is good, but he loses an attack. So it's almost like, why would you bring him past 9-star just to have him lose an attack? He should keep that attack and get Scavenge, and that's a reason for you to buy that last 100 BCX, you know? So that's kind of where I come from with my perspective on, do you really want to impose this penalty? Sultry Barmaid, too, it's another one that I'm like, okay, well, I'll probably bring it up to 220, But, I mean, the 2 extra hit points for another 180 BCX, which translates to, what, they're 13 cents each? So I just do 180 x 0.18 equals, so that's another $32, for instance, to go from 220 all the way to 400, right? Is it worth $32 to get plus 2 hit points? And I know that if you're like, if you're a super whale or something like that, it doesn't matter to you. But it's just a regular humanoid, right? I'm a Mav, but I'd consider myself like a carp within a world of sharks and whales, you know? Like, I'm like a mini Mav almost. So I have to look at things from a wallet perspective as well. I can't just go out and spend a bunch of money, like, for no reason. And I just don't see the value in $32 extra for 2 hit points. So that's why I'm kind of against that. It's because I've got things kind of where I don't have things where I want them. I'd obviously want Gablano Soldier, for instance, like, obviously at 400. But I could live with 220 when he's got 2 attack. I could live with this if I had to. But I wouldn't want to take a 10% penalty playing in Champ just because I can't afford and I'm priced out of an extra 180 BCX at 40 cents. So 0.4 x 180, just because I'm priced out of not paying another $72 for that extra attack, you know? So that's where my beef is about that underleveled card penalty. Chimera Princess get triage at level 8 and a Rebellion card gets +1 armor. Exactly, Mondre, that's what I'm talking about. Like, it's just not worth it to me to upgrade them further, but I don't want to take the penalty, so I'm just gonna play Diamond, because if I were to go to Champ, like, even my beautiful Chaos Orc, like I was saying, even my beautiful Chaos Orc, who I've got up to 150, so he has his 4 attack and everything like that, like, I gotta pick and choose, man. I gotta pick and choose. I'd love to get him to 400 BCX, but I mean, like I said, that's another 250 BCX, and even though he's cheap, he's 7 cents, right? That's 0.07 x, what, 250 equals, that's still another 17 bucks just to upgrade him, you know? And there's a lot of cards out there that require my attention. One of my new favorites, like Blackmore Trickster, who I'm trying to get up to 300. Like, I'll pay to get him to 300 so he has 2 attack and this nice fat body on him for those melee only, or for those ranged only matches or something like that. But do I really want that extra 1 hit point so I just don't have to take a penalty for 100 BCX, you know? Give him another ability and I'm down. Without that extra ability, it's like, ew, 1 hit point, 1 speed. I don't know, 100 BCX, like an extra $7 or $8 or $10 for that. Just don't give me the penalty. To me, the craziest part of Modern will be when Chaos Legion leaves. The game will lose so many useful cards because right now we're like 80% CL teams. The next major set better get some good replacements. Okay, so as you guys know, I like to kind of clip these. My computer is too terrible for me to be able to actually put this long video that I'm making right now, like this stream, and actually download that video, put it into a video editing system, and then edit the video by like clipping parts. So I always have to give a little disclaimer type thing, and that's one of the things I kind of want to talk about here. So you're going to hear me like, I'm introducing this video and stuff like that, and then I'm closing this video. But I do want to talk about one of the segments here was why right now Rebellion may not be selling. So, but why Rebellion's also important. So give me 1 second to start recording on that, and we'll just kind of go right into what I feel about that whole thing there, okay? There we go. So don't worry, I'm going to give like an introduction and a close after this little segment here, just so I can literally use this clip to make a video on my thoughts on this, because like I said, my computer's basically a potato. It's like running on, you know how you could create electricity by putting like a positive and a negative into a lemon and then attaching that lemon to like a voltometer, and you're like, look, the acidity of the lemon produces energy. That's pretty much my computer, right? I'm surprised that it can even stream. It's because I got a good internet connection. All right, so give me a second here, let's get it up. Hey you guys, welcome to the stream. It's I the Psy, and I wanted to do a quick chat with you guys about why I think that Rebellion right now is perhaps a little bit undervalued, and what the future of Rebellion may look like, and why, if you don't need it now, you might need it later. Or I should rephrase it as, you will need it later. So, one of the things that we're talking about here in the stream right now, and Ime Wante just made a good comment. He said, to me, the craziest part of Modern will be when Chaos Legion leaves. The game will lose so many useful cards because right now we're all like 80% Chaos Legion teams, and the next major set better bring some good replacements. So part of the reason why perhaps sales are a little bit slow, now this is my opinion, of course, guys, is because Chaos Legion is powerful, and Chaos Legion primarily is just cheap. Like if we were to go over to Hive Engine here, all right, this is me looking at other people's Xbox and stuff like that. But if we were to go to Hive Engine and we were to go to the market and we were to look at Chaos, all right, we were going to look at packs of Chaos Legion. Chaos, show me Chaos. There we go, Chaos. And we're going to look at like the cost of Chaos packs. You can see that you can buy packs of Chaos Legion for 89 cents, right? Meanwhile, the cost of Rebellion is $3.67. So you can basically almost get like 4 packs of Chaos Legion for the price of 1 pack of Rebellion. And when you're trying to build like a really good set, like where are you going to gravitate to first and foremost? Are you going to gravitate to some powerful and good Rebellion cards, but have to buy 4 times the amount of Chaos Legion? Or are you going to just gravitate towards Chaos Legion where you can just open them for like 1/4 the price basically and build a full deck? When you go ahead here and you even look at the market, right, you'll see that some of the really good Chaos Legion cards that exist right now, things like, let's take a look at Deep Lurker, right? 4 cents a BCX, you can actually buy a full 10-star copy for $14. And Deep Lurker is like a staple of Modern right now. So when you're comparing a $14 amazing Deep Lurker, and you're comparing that to say, what's another equivalent card? Let's go look at that. Let's go look at that rare version. Now this is a rare, which I'm still going to consider it equivalent because of the fact you need less BCX, right? And you were to go and you were to look at this guy, Mad Ogre Anarchist. It's a little bit different because he's got immunity, but I mean, I'd still say like, you know, Deep Lurker arguably much better than Mad Ogre Anarchist, right? To max him at 115, you're going to be looking at 50 times 115. You're going to be looking at over $50 for this guy to have a max, and he's arguably worse than Deep Lurker, right? So if I'm looking for value and I'm looking to fill up my deck with the best cards at the cheapest price, people are going to gravitate towards Chaos Legion right now because the cards are cheap, right? And you can still use them throughout the entire life cycle of Modern until they rotate. So what I think is probably going to end up happening here, though, however, is there's going to come a crunch, just kind of like Ime1T said, when Chaos Legion rotates out, and then we've got 2 sets left that are going to be in Modern. You've got Rebellion, and you've got whatever the next set is. Now, the people who just want to play Wild, they'll be fine with that. They'll just take their Chaos Legion collections, they'll move over to Wild, and that'll be that. But the people who still want to play Modern, they're going to be kind of like stuck in a position of, well, what do I want to do now? Rebellion prices are probably not going to go like much lower, and the next set is going to cost the same as Rebellion. So what do I do now? Do I go ahead and do I buy Rebellion cards? Or do I buy the next set? Do I invest only in individual cards? Where does that leave me if I want to play in Modern? Now, if everyone ends up leaving Modern, they say, no, you know what, Rebellion's too expensive, and the next set is going to be too expensive as well, then what could end up happening is that people move to Wild SPS rewards continually get diminished, and then that means that the Modern rewards are going to be so high and juicy. So it could end up in one of those kinds of things when it's either you buy Rebellion now and you use them now, and you get the benefits of using Rebellion in Modern for this next year, or you sleep on Rebellion. Maybe you don't buy any Rebellion except for like the 10 or 15 like cards that you know are awesome and that you have to buy pretty much, right? Like there's a few must buys. Like for instance, I'd say Dark Dead Blast is pretty much a must buy to be competitive, you know? Mantaroth is almost like a must buy to be competitive. That's arguable, I guess, right? Like Grimbarden Smith is like a must buy to remain competitive. So do you just buy those cards and hope that next set is going to kind of fill in that gap or not? Now, if we were to go ahead and we were to take a look over here at what's actually happening right now with the sales of Rebellion, it's actually kind of obviously really slow because like I said, people don't need to buy Rebellion right now, right? They don't need to buy Rebellion. And if we take a look over here, I forget who it is that's tracking it, but there's this little screen here. It shows the number of Rebellion packs that were burned, sent to the DAO, and actually sold. And if we were just to look at this most recent data here, okay, so this data is effective January 12th. There were 739,509 rebellion packs that were burned. 81,356 were sent to the DAO, and only 1,254 were purchased from the store. So, I mean, what we could end up looking at here at this point in time is if people aren't buying Rebellion, come the next set, Rebellion could end up being like one of those forgotten sets. That those really expensive cards, like the Dark Dead Blast, the 15 really, really good ones, end up either like exploding in price because you've got next set, which is what I'm going to call it, and you've got Rebellion, and those are your only two options at that point if you want to play in Modern. Now, if there aren't any replacements for the things like in there like Dark Dead Blast, or sorry, not Dark Dead Blast, but like Deep Lurkers, or in the case of Chaos Legion, what's a really good tank? How about we go with, where's that awesome tank? Is he a rare? He's a rare. Okay. How about we go with Demon Shark? Like, let's say there's no replacement for Demon Shark in blue, right? Which right now I don't think that there's one in Rebellion. Oops. I don't think that there's a replacement tank in Rebellion for him. Take this away. Yeah, see, there's no real replacement tank for him in Rebellion, right? I mean, you've got Sea Dog of 8, I suppose, right? But if next set doesn't provide a blue tank, then you're going to be kind of stuck with Sea Dog of 8 as the only tank, and I guess Chaos Rearguard if you want to put him in front, right? But these are the kind of like things that the dynamics that might end up happening is when Chaos Legion rotates, if they don't fill those spots, you either have to come back to Rebellion to fill those spots, or they have to have one in next set. If they don't have it in next set and it's only here in Rebellion, suddenly Sea Dog of 8 is the only tank in blue? Then, I mean, you're going to have to buy Sea Dog of 8. There's no other choice if you want to play Modern, right? Let's look at, or you might end up stuck with Endless Ape or Leo Seros or something like that if there's no more Mycelic Infantry, right? Let's look at Mycelic Infantry here quickly. Chaos Legion, and we'll do common, right? Because right now, one of the biggest tanks is, he's a rare. Okay, let's go over here. Is obviously Mycelic Infantry, right? So if there's no replacement for Mycelic Infantry, what are you really left with as your options, right? And you might end up having to go back to Rebellion and end up having to choose whatever it is that you've got, like the next best option, because we're talking Modern now. We're not talking Wild. In Wild, you'll still have access to all things Chaos Legion. Wild will still maybe even be a bot zone or something like that. But in Modern, you're left with Lysarios here. He's it. He's your tank. Like, there's no other green tank, is there? Like, do I only have rare done? All right, let me take away rare, and let's go down here. There's Lysarios, and I guess there's Quar, as a tank, sort of, but I guess he's a tank that would give weapons training to the 2-drop, to Lurking Puffer, who would be behind him, right? So, I mean, he's adequate. Lysarios is adequate. I guess Zabajin would end up being a tank? Like, who knows? But what I'm saying is if there's no replacement for Chaos Legion, and next set also doesn't provide a replacement, then this is who you're stuck with. You're stuck with good old Lyoceros or whatever like that. Or I guess obviously Mantaroth, who's a neutral card, right? Or I guess that would be some of these other neutral cards could replace it. Like, that would put so much value on cards like Grimbarden Fighter. If there's no good tanks left, and the only tank ends up being Grimbarden Fighter, then the price of Grimbarden Fighter is going to go up, right? Because that's it between Rebellion and next set. This could be all you have, right? So you have to kind of look at it in the way of, what if Chaos Legion rotates and there aren't replacements? So I think that Chaos Legion is literally repressing the prices of Rebellion because you don't really need Rebellion, because all those gaps are filled nicely with Chaos Legion. Now, Rebellion has some great support cards, don't get me wrong, like this Dalthan Ironhood. I love having access to him as a weapons trainer and having him have his 3 attack at 4-star. Would I upgrade him to 6-star and pay all that extra money just to get +1 speed and +1 health and explosion or redemption? Probably not. But I mean, happy with them at 4-star, and he fills a nice little void. But do all of the Rebellion cards fill that void right now? I don't think they do. But like I said, what you have to look at is the future after Chaos Legion rotates, right? When it rotates, then it's a whole different ballgame, and we don't even know if some of these cards will be useful or not. And I'm hoping that the way that they design next set is going to be by leaving those gaps, which force you into buying the Rebellion cards that will then be the only option, right? Like, it would actually put a lot of value on Rebellion, and at that point in time, Rebellion packs won't be for sale anymore in the shop because of the burn mechanism that's happening, right? The only way you'll be able to then get these Rebellion cards is going to be on the market. And if people haven't been buying the Rebellion cards because they've all been burned or they've all been sent to the Dow, then I mean, that's going to put a lot of buy pressure on those cards. And we could end up in another situation like what happened with Untamed, when Untamed cards were like prohibitively expensive and you basically were only playing with Chaos Legion anyway, right? Maybe you'll get to the point when you're only playing with Rebellion, because the next set after that might even be a worse power level than Rebellion is right now. I'm not sure what the future holds, but I think that it's one of those cases of, if you want to play in Modern, you're either buying Rebellion now, or you're going to be buying Rebellion later at possibly a more expensive price. Again, I don't know the future. This isn't financial advice, but with Chaos Legion gone, if you want Modern, this is what's left. You have to start looking at what's left. Like, Red Tank will be Chaos Golem, right? Red Tank will be Chaos Golem. This is your option of what it's going to be. It's Chaos Golem or it's Mantaroth. And we're lucky that we have Mantaroth as a neutral to kind of fill in that spot, right? But there aren't many more options aside from that. Let's see. So Rebellion is full of useless cards. Yep, right now Rebellion is filled with useless cards. Fire Team becomes way worse when we lose Tarsa and we only have Nomos. Probably play Dual Summoner over Nomos. Absolutely. Nomos is one of those cards that just kind of fills like that certain this certain special rule set that you might need, right? Like in a Magic only match, suddenly without having access to what's his name, Thaddeus Brood, maybe Nomos is the go-to card now, right? In Magic only, maybe Nomos just becomes the guy you want to play. We don't know what's going to happen in the future, right? Let's see. Weapons training in Rebellion is so strong. Absolutely. Champ Modern will be silver cards. That's right. And that's why, like I said, that underleveled card penalty, I feel like the penalty for having underleveled cards in like Champion is that you're going to get rocked by someone in Champion who has the fully leveled version of that card. If I'm going into Champion and I'm like, I'll play my 4-star Althan Ironhood, and you're facing someone who has a 6-star Althan Ironhood, well, that's the penalty. The penalty is that your card isn't as good as their card, and they're probably going to own you based on having the better card. That's enough of a penalty. You don't need to take away from my RP as well on top of that, you know? Let's see. Maybe more crossbreed teams with the dual summoner become standard. Exactly. So maybe you end up doing things like playing with Brewmaster Abraxas, and you're like, okay, well, my tank is going to be Chaos Golem now, and then I'm going to have the support coming from things like, where would he be? Things like the Lurking Puffer with the weapons training coming from Dalthan Ironhood or something like that, right? Or maybe you're going to do one of my favorite combos, which I've gotten to play one time and I won this match. You're going to play Torch Myrmidon as your tank with Chaos Orc behind Torch Myrmidon, and that's going to be the new meta, right? Is Torch Myrmidon with Chaos Orc in the second position. Who knows what's going to happen when Chaos Legion rotates? So I just want to say, like, we don't know the future yet. The future is yet untold, and these useless cards right now could end up becoming major players after rotation. The only cards that we know for sure are always going to be good, no matter what, are the like 10, 15 good cards right now, as well as Mantaroth and Grimbard and Smith, because they're neutrals. You know, like those cards will be good no matter what the next set has to say. Cards like Avena of the Wolf, we know are going to be awesome. You know, like the good cards will always be good, but the bad cards have the chance of becoming good and becoming useful, just not in the face of having Chaos Legion still available. So that's my thought on why maybe Rebellion isn't doing so well from a sales perspective right now. It's not that the cards are bad. the cards are bad in the face of what currently exists in Modern once you include Chaos Legion. But like I said, if they become like the gap fillers, or they become the main cards come next set, it's a whole different ball game. And if you haven't been buying your Rebellion right now, and you've waited till the new set's out, and no one's bought Rebellion because of this, right? And no one's bought Rebellion because of this chart here, you know, because of 739,509 packs being burned a day, and some going to Dow, and only 1254 being purchased. Then, I mean, Rebellion has the chance for even those bad cards to become expensive. So that's just something that you're going to bear in mind when you're trying to future-proof your deck for the new Modern and the new set, is that the cards that aren't good today because of Chaos Legion might be the cards that are great tomorrow because next set doesn't fill that void either. So just bear that in mind. Till next time, it's I the Psy. Well, make sure to like, share, and subscribe, or do whatever it is that you're supposed to do. I'm not good at that stuff, but smash that like button, I've heard some people say, so be sure to do that. Until next time, peace! Alright, there we go. So I'm done with that little recording or whatever that I was trying to do there, guys. But that's my opinion on, literally, that's my opinion on Chaos Legion right now. It's like, Chaos Legion is what's preventing Rebellion from being successful. Because it's just so cheap. Why would you pay for what's a good example? Why would you pay for Chaos Orc, right, when there's way cheaper options available in Chaos Legion right now? But all that's going to change with rotation. And I know that that Rebellion's only been out for a month so far, so it's crazy to be like, oh, you're talking about something that's 11 months from now, but that's the whole game, right? Is future-proofing and planning for the future and making sure you're ready for that rotation. Because I've heard a lot of people say, dude, I'm not even buying any Rebellion. Rebellion sucks. And it's like, you're in for a rude awakening if there are no packs for sale and very few cards on the market, and you don't have any Rebellion, and then next set comes out, and suddenly Torch Myrmidon is the #1 tank in red, right? When it's, I guess I should say when you don't have access to Chaos Golem, right? These things are entirely possible to actually happen. Chaos packs are cheap, but when you got lucky, when you got lucky and you got Gold Foil Legendary, then re-roll. Yep, that's it. I think not having packs as rewards is detrimental to card and pack buying. I agree with that statement. So this is a completely different thing. So Eternal Paw says, I think not having packs as rewards is detrimental to card and pack buying. I think that it's detrimental to card and pack buying just in the fact that you're not going to be like, wow, I opened up that one Chaos Golem and I play in silver. Now I only need 2 more. So I'll go ahead and I'll buy those last 2 Chaos Golem off the market since I'm already halfway there. So in that manner, I do find it detrimental to being able to buy some cards because you're like, oh, gee, I got that 1x. I finally got the 1x of Kane. So now buying 2 more isn't prohibitively expensive because I'm already a third of the way there or something. Again, talking Silver League or whatever. But one of the other things that I find frustrating about not being able to get cards in packs, I know Matt says, oh, I don't want to devalue them. And in my opinion, you could just make them rarer. You know, you just make them way rarer than they were previously. Like, even if you make them 1/10 as rare as they were for getting a Chaos Legion pack, that's still at least some days you're like, yay, I got a pack, you know, that's awesome. But for me, not having them as rewards is just like, I loved getting them as rewards. I loved getting that pack and opening that pack, you know? That was thrilling to me to be able to open that pack and be like, I got this as a reward, and look, there was a legendary in it, yay, I'm so happy. So it kind of takes away from the joy of opening those chests, knowing that it's either going to be Soulbound reward cards, which thankfully, hopefully they'll be unlocked between 2 and 4x, according to Matt, right? Like, not 18x. I was sleeping with my daughter at the time. But that didn't sound very good, what I said there. I was putting my daughter to bed and lying in bed as she fell asleep because she gets scared in her basement bedroom. Let me rephrase that and be perfectly clear here, okay? But I liked being able to, like, get the packs, and that was, like, an exciting experience for me, you know? And having the Soulbounds be 2 to 4x, I think is a lot better than not having them be unlocked at all, or them being 18x unlocked like I misunderstood. Alright, speaking of Soulbound reward cards, you know? Alright, So guys, we've got to that point here. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's I the Psy. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to open up last season's rewards. So as you guys know, I always kind of save these rewards for you. I don't like opening them on my own. I like to have you guys here in the audience with me as I open these rewards so we can all celebrate my victories or be sad about my defeats together. So I've actually got this focus chest here that I'm going to open up here to start off with. I have 11 of them. I've been kind of like saving them for the stream. And I've only gotten one set of legendaries so far this whole season. Or maybe it was last season, I'm not sure. But it hasn't been a good previous season for me yet. So I'm really hoping that these rewards that I'm about to open are going to pay out. Ooh, 53, that's not bad. Wasn't, I guess, a bad 11 chests. But here we are. So as you guys know, I like to go ahead and I like to show the value of each of these collections before I open them. And we're going to start off with this lowly bronze account that belongs to my buddy Slunchy. He's given me permission to open his rewards for him. So when we look at the value of this bronze account, it's always been around 50 bucks or so. And he's been able to get some pretty good rewards on a bronze account for 50 bucks, I'll be honest. And 47.59, so it still stays around that area there, okay? So when we're looking at an account for it's worth 47.59, let's see what we can expect to claim here as these bronze rewards using an Archmage token and playing in Wild. And we'll take a look at his seasonal rewards after when we kind of do a full comparison, but he hasn't really gotten too much aside from these SB rewards, which I know that whenever I've talked to him, he's been like, so when am I going to be able to use these Soulbound rewards? I'm like, you're using them right now, bro. If your question is when am I going to be able to sell them? Well, that's a completely different story. Plus, I'm hoping that he gives me some deals on some of his legendaries if he wants to sell them. Ooh, gold foil madcap. Because I am way low in legendaries, and even only paying 2 to 4x to unlock and to get them, I'm short quite a few. My luck is not good. I'm not like Machine, who's like, oh, I don't even play. I just bought in gold, and I opened 3 gold foil legendaries in one chest. Like, I'm not lucky like that. I struggle to get anything. I'm still looking for one more Usit so my Usit can have healing. I still haven't even hit that last Usit that I need to give him healing. So, I mean, I'm not one of the lucky ones. I don't have one of those accounts, you know. People always talk about streamer luck and, oh, you've got the good streamer account. They give you good stuff, and maybe that's Infidel. But that is not I the Psy, guys. That's not me. That's maybe Machine since I opened his stuff online, but that's not me. So just popping these guys open. Looks like a pretty standard bronze end of season. Let's take a look at how we did overall. Tools, season lookup. Let's take a look at how Slunchy did overall in last season with his bronze account worth $50. Now, we all know that there's a disparity right now between how good bronze accounts are versus gold, diamond, and champion accounts, right? So we only earned 42 cents here, right? But I mean, that doesn't include any of these soulbound cards. And he did get one Idri, which I find these mythics are the hardest thing for me to level right now. Or epics, I should say. And that was it. I look at previous seasons, it seems like he makes about 30 cents a season, 11 cents a season, and stuff like that. So, I mean, his $50 account is really not paying much, right? It's really not paying much back to him, which is to be expected. You can't expect to be earning like $20, $30, $40 a season with your $50 account, which in some ways, I mean, is good, right? It's showing that if you want the higher payout, you have to have the better account, right? Let's take a look at Silence 3. So these are one of my bot accounts here. And we'll go and we'll open them up. When we look at Silence 3, I have delegated to that. And again, these are with my own owned cards. It's worth 328. Its value keeps on going down. It's a $328 account. And let's see how it did in silver last season. And again, I bought these accounts to try and get myself the legendary cards that I'll need in my main account for when that time actually comes. And they'll be unlocked, and I'll be able to pay the unlock fee, then transfer them over to my main account, and be happy because I'll finally be able to play with the big boys. Ooh, Noah the Just. That's a good one. I'm almost as excited to get these mythics, or not mythics, epics, as I am to get like a legendary these days, because I just need those cards so badly. I'm just short so many of those cards to be able to like combine them, and they're so good. Why is my screen like this? Try and make my screen a little bit smaller. Oh, okay, there. Aha, now we'll all be able to see everything. There we go. That's a little better. Okay. And I'm just so happy whenever I get like an epic these days, right? Just because they're the ones I'm furthest off of in a lot of cases. 7.39. Just like Mondroid was saying, he bought like 2,000 packs, and it was the commons that have been hard for him to level, right? For me, with Soulbound cards, it's been the epics that have been really challenging for me to level. I've got a lot of them at like 4 or 5, but you really need to get them up to like their final level for them to be like really, really good. And one of the things I love about Soulbound cards is that you can't buy them. You have to like earn them for that full year before you'll be able to actually unlock them, which I think is a great aspect of the game. A lot of people are like, oh, we hate it, it's all RNG based, but I love it because it's one of the motivations for me to keep playing is to get those Soulbound reward cards, you know? And it looks like Psi 3 hit nothing good at all. Let's close it up and let's take a look at the season summary for Psi 3. Ime, still waiting on that Life Summer to reach level 4. I may get it by the end of February. Yep. I feel you, man. My life one is still down there. And it's funny because I really want him because his name is like Franz, and that's one of my middle names is Franz. Gold foil epic is hard to get, buddy. I'm nowhere near. I'm nowhere near just regular foil epic. Don't even talk to me about gold foil epic. I'm nowhere near even regular foil epic. So let's take a look. So this account made $3.09 plus Soulbounds and received 2 Noahs and an Evelyn. Oh, got a Phyrexian hero. Yay! All right, cool. I've got like a 2-star Phyrexian hero. I've gotten 3 Phyrexian heroes total on my main Diamond Champion account. I've gotten 3 total Phyrexian heroes. Yay me! All right, so Silence 3, you did something right. You got a Phyrexian hero. Happy days. Let's hit up Silence 2. Let's see what Silence 2 is looking like. This is my better one of my bot accounts. It's worth $414. So let's see what a $414 account looks like for its rewards. Okay. Something good. We got some dry bones. I always let my kids open my chests, like most of the days whenever I'm not streaming. Even some days when I am streaming, I let my kids open the chests. Oh man, it is such a thrill for them to open it and always look for what we call the rumblers, right? Because when the chest starts to rumble, I always like to refer to it as like Schrodinger's chest. Because it's a Cthulhu mastermind at the same time as it's an Eva, right? The green archer girl. You don't know which one it is until it's actually opened up, right? So the rumbling, as soon as you know it's rumbling, that moment before it actually opens, I should say the moment between when it rumbles and before it opens, that moment is what I live for in this game, is that moment of anticipation of what actually is inside this rumbling chest, right? I'm hoping by talking about a rumbling chest, it's actually going to make it materialize, but it looks like there is no such luck today. Speaking of cards that I need a lot more of, man, do you guys ever end up, I've got a few rares that are maxed with like 50 more than I need, and then I've got rares that are at like literally 4-star, but I just can't get. Things like, oh, SPS, look at all that junky old SPS, I hate SPS. Things like just going up, War Pegasus, my main account has like a 4-star War Pegasus, and then you look at like the Dragon Summoner, and I've got like a max 10-star of him or whatever, 8-star of him, plus another 50, right? Ooh, Pembroke Nymph. And the thing is, I don't even bother to level those cards up until they're max level, because since I play in like Diamond and stuff like that, there's no point in me leveling up these summoners until I have them at full level. I'll never play them, right? If I don't have an 8-star summoner Wow, that was a bad one. Then I won't even use it, playing at Diamond and Champ level, right? All right, so let's take a look at season summary for Psi 2. That was not impressive. That's 2 for 2 of getting nothing in all those silver reward chests. But we'll move on to Machine next, and we know that he always gets the best stuff. All right, so here we go. 184 silver chests, and out of that we got an Idri, a Will-o'-the-Wisp, and that's it. Yikes! An Idri and a Will-o'-the-Wisp. Well, can't win them all, right? Unless you're Machine, then you can win them all every time. So let's log out, and let's log into the Machine. He's doing great, by the way. He and I are talking about anime quite a bit these days, and he's, I don't want to say he's letting me use passwords for anything, because that wouldn't be right, but we're watching the same shows somehow on the same services is how I'll phrase it, you know? Liberty Guy says, problem for me is I keep getting the same Soulbound cards over and over. Exactly. I think that's all of us, right? We've all got that one Soulbound that we'll just get 1,000 of, and then that other one that we're like, man, I wish I could even get it to silver level, you know? So let's take a look here at the Machine. The Machine. And let's see what his story is. So his account's worth 5K. And let's see what he can expect for that 5K in his gold chest. He always does well. He always does well. All right. Let's take a look, Machine, see what you got. And I don't have the authority to level his cards for him to do any combining. So I got to really get on him to come in here and combine his cards, because he's got a lot of cards that at this point in time he's got to combine if he wants his bot to do well. Come on, give me something good. Come on, Machine. I know that you always impress the audience. Oh, there we go. It's a Rumbler. Double Kulu Mastermind. Of course, Machine. I'm surprised it didn't turn gold. We knew the Machine was going to strike gold, and there it is, guys. Kulu Mastermind gold. Behold him in all of his tentacled goodness. It's the Kulu Mastermind for the Machine. We knew it was going to happen. We just don't know how many Kulu Masterminds. For all we know, there's another couple of those guys hiding out in these gold chests. Nice work, Mr. Machine. I knew you'd get there. We all knew you'd get there, Machine. We all knew that you'd get there. Let's face it. I don't even know why you act surprised. I don't even know why you act surprised, right? We knew Machine was going to get the good stuff, right? I don't even know why I'm surprised at this anymore. I know I'm surprised whenever my main account gets something, but not the Machine. The Machine, it's expected. It's only about how many he'll get, not if he'll get one. It's about how many. We haven't seen what he's gotten throughout the season either, which we'll see during his full seasonal rewards, I guess, right? When we check that out. Who knows? Good work, though, Machine. Always happy when he gets something good. I'm gelling. But I'm still happy for him. It's another one. We knew it. It's another 2 Kulu Mastermind. Didn't I say it? It wasn't a matter of if he's going to get Kulu Mastermind. It's a matter of how many Kulu Masterminds he's going to get. The guy in his gold chests just got 4 Kulu Mastermind. Oh my god, Machine. As if this is happening. Buddy, as if this is happening. And he said, like I called it, didn't I? I was like, oh, we're not done yet. You might have more Kulu Masterminds in there. And he did. Oh my god. Like, I believe in the gambler's fallacy. I know it's a fallacy. But the fact that he just opened 4 Kulu Masterminds, what does that leave me when I open my chests? All the luck has already been used up. What a guy. 4 Kulu Masterminds in his seasonal rewards. I'm losing my mind. What the heck? Something down here? Oh, Nala, are you alright, buddy? Oh, poor girl. Okay? Oh, no. Oh, the coat rack fell over on her. Oh, Nala. Good girl. Yeah. Your bed? No? Come into your bed. Come on in. Where did that happen, girl? Now, oh no! My poor dog! Poor girl, my dog! The coat rack that we have back there just fell right on her. I wonder what she was doing to make that happen. Oh, I'm sorry, Nala. Poor girl. The dog did get excited and she knocked over the coat rack. Oh man. Alright, let's keep going here. Maybe that's a sign that Machine's gonna get even more Kulu Masterminds or something. She's alright, guys. Don't worry. The dog's alright. The dog's okay. The dog's okay. No need to clip that and post it. Silence's dog gets excited when Machine opens 2 Kulu Masterminds. Coat rack falls on her. LOL. Like, my poor girl. Yeah, she's alright. She was shocked, though. She had to go and drink some water. Alright, let's see the season summary. Oh, man, I was so worried when I heard that. I was like, oh, man, what's happening to her? Poor doggo. Clip of the week. Oh, man, I miss Splinterlands TV, you guys. I miss Splinterlands TV. What? Alright, so I'm just looking at his existing season, but he's already got a gold foil Burek Snake Eye. Because why wouldn't he? Why wouldn't he have a gold foil Burek Snake Eye, right? Alright, alright. Let's take a look at this last season and what he got, though. Oh, only 4 Kulu Masterminds. Okay, okay. Only 4. Only 4. He's got an Idri. Alright. He's got one of those. Okay. Oh, sorry about the coughing, guys. I'm actually over 2 months now with no smoking. But I think I've got like some COPD or something like that. My doctor gave me steroids and everything for my lungs to try and get me to stop coughing. So I'm glad to have quit smoking, but man, I coughed less when I smoked than now that I don't. My cilia are growing back or whatever they're called, and they're sweeping everything out, and it's kind of gross. But yep, so 4 Kulu Masterminds this last season out of 205 gold, and it looks like he's starting off good next season, because why wouldn't he get a gold foil legendary right off the bat, right? You good, girl? Oh, she's limping a little bit. Poor thing. Yeah, clip of the week, 500 SPS. Those were the good old days, man. Those are the good old days. So there we go. Andy pulled in 10 bucks on top of those 4 Kulu Masterminds. So I'm going to have to give him a call and be like, yo, Machine, guess how many legendaries you got? He's going to be like, 1 or 2? I'll be like, no, you got 4. Guess which ones? He's going to be like, obviously it was Kulu Mastermind or Izyar. Yeah, well, obviously. All right, let's head into... Dun, 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 dun. Everyone's Heroes account. Yay, me. So my account's worth, 11.5. Let's log out. Let's log in. And let's see how we do. So I've gotten, ironically, I think I've gotten 2 Izyar, but that's it so far this whole season. What's that? And, or sorry, not Izyar, Kulu Masterminds. But let's see if we can pull off any of the good stuff here when we go and we open these guys up. So let's get pumped. Let's get pumped. This is exciting. Ooh, this is what I wait for. My goal is 1 Usit. Not gold foil Usit. If I get a gold foil Usit, it'll kind of ruin everything. And I know it's weird to say, but I just need an Usit non-gold foil. I need a healing Usit. Oh my god, I need a healing Usit so bad for those magic only matchups. So I can use Thaddeus Brood and then have Usit in front. And Usit just rocks people. Like, oh, come on. Alright, so here we go. Here we go. Wait. I think I've got a good amount of these diamond chests. I think I have something like 80-something diamond chests. Alright. So I'm hoping that we get at least a little bit of a payoff. Like I said, my goal for the past... How many months has it been, guys? Is 1 Usit. Like, I'd be so happy for 1 Usit. Come on, baby. Papa needs a brand new Usit. Care about anything but Usit. I mean, a GFL Legendary, I'm not going to be like, oh, shucks, it's a GFL Legendary, but I really need an Usit. SPS, I don't even care. And it's fun. Whoops. No, it's out of order. Why? I ruined everything. The Healess Matriarch is the one that I have so many of. And I can't get the others. Now I click that one. Oh, 81 SPS doesn't thrill me. So a lot of people are like, oh man, you want SPS. SPS is the best thing. I'm like, nah, man. Ooh, 2,000 merits. That's a good one. That's cards to me. I'm like, nah, fam. I just want the cards, man. Just get me the cards. I want the cards. And this 2,000 merits represents, I guess, a pack. You know, we were talking about, packs. 2,000 merits is a pack. All right. I got a story. I know I've talked up Gobson Bomber a bit. Whenever I expect there to be an opposing Izzyar, I load up Gobson Bomber now. It's just like Gobson Bomber just gets in there and smokes Izzyar so hard. I love it. I love it. And it looks like it's going to be a legendary-less day for me again. Come on. I said the magic words of, I don't think I'm going to get a legendary. Yes, so it means I get one. It's Aves. Okay. All right. I used to have such beef with Aves. I used to be like, wah, wah, Aves. Now, he is God tier now. Aves is God tier with the new modifications to Weapon Trainer. Straight up God tier. I use them all the time. I'm like, oh, it's Aves. I guess for 9, I'll put like the Pellicor in front. I'll put Aves in the middle, and I'll put Chaos Agent behind him. And for 9 mana, I get 9 damage and a whole bunch of body. I guess that's okay. Totally fair in those low mana matches. And then obviously they put like they put the monk in front and I lose, but still, Aves Sturgis, he's MVP now, guys. He's so good. Like, he went from trash tier to A tier. He's so good. I love Aves. So I mean, I'm not complaining about getting some Aves here. I've already got him up to the 3 attack, which is nice. I mean, he's no Usit, but I mean, hey, at least I got a legendary this whole season. That's something to be happy about. Good old Aves. Have you guys been loving Aves or what? I need to know. Am I the only one who's in love with Aves? Oh, look, twins. Twin-possessed puppets. Yes, a Will-o'-the-Wisp. Got to get him up there too. And was that it? That was it, pretty much. One last chance at a legendary. Come on, Usit! No Usit. Alright. Well, you know, I got some Aves. I guess I can't be too disappointed. It's something. It's something. I mean, it's no 4 Kulu Mastermind for playing in Gold League versus my 2 Aves all season for playing in Diamond. But I mean, it is what it... Oh, that wasn't even from this last season. That's from the current season that I got the 2 Kulus. So let's see last season what I got. This season I just finished. Alright, nothing. 2 Aves. It was... Oh, 2 Aves and 2 Skok. 2 Aves and 2 Skok. Alright. Alright. Well, there we go. So, and what was the value of it? $38. Okay, that's not bad. So $38 for the season. I mean, I'm pretty happy with the value between SPS and Battle SPS and stuff like that, right? Speaking of which, I should probably claim that while I've got you guys here. Now, I will admit, I've used a little bit of Xbox this season, Xbot this season, for Wild, because I started getting leaderboard in Modern and then switching to Wild. And then I was looking up other people's accounts. I'm like, how did I just lose 7 or 8 in a row? I thought I was an at least okay player. Turns out everyone in Wild just uses Xbot and Archmage. And that's why I just lost 7 or 8 or 9 in a row. And I was just like, all right, well, I guess I just use Xbot and Wild now. And it did some claiming for me, so I can't see what my total would have been for this past week. But I'll still claim with you guys here. All right, so there we go, guys. That's another season wrapped up. Hundreds of rewards chest opened. We all saw the machine. Luck out like always. And I, the Psy, you know, I did okay. Nothing to complain about with my 2 Aves. But I mean, I'm still hunting that Usit. And maybe my week will be next 2 weeks from now when the season's over, I guess, right? So until next time, if you like this opening, be sure to tune in, like, share, subscribe, whatever you're supposed to do. It's I, the Psy, signing out. I'll see you all next time. Take care, my friends. Alright, that recording is now done. Yay! Aves is one of the cards that you've only gotten in 1 year. So Mondroid, you got the same thing though, eh? Yours is still level 3, but 9 magic damage is good. That's where I'm at too, my man. That's where I'm at too. Let's check it out. Like, I need to see if my Aves is combinable now. See, owned, soulbound, Chaos Legion. And I want to see legendary. Aves. Yeah. So mine's also 3-star. And that's what, oh, I'd love to get him up here, man. I'd love to get him to Rust. But yeah, it's he's good, man. Once you get him to 3-star, when he can actually go and he can actually weapon train for 3, 9 mana, 9 damage, he's tank, guy. He's tank. And if you can put Grimbarden Smith in front and then use Aves and put the Scavo Hireling behind him, and you're using what's his name? And you're using why can't I remember his name right now? Chaos Legion, Legendaries, White, and you're using Grandmaster Wraith, so that he's got so that on top of having Void, he's also got Void armor, and he's got his own armor repair, and Scavo Hireling is doing armor repair on the Grimbarden Smith as well. He's tank mode, guy. And then you somehow squeeze in a little bit of heal on him. And as long as they're not using the scattershot technique, which is something I've been doing a lot at the suggestion of Charles FTW, who was like, you got to use scattershot. If you see that they've got Lily available, you have to use scattershot. Like, there's no option because they're going to use Lily with Grimbarden Smith, and the only way you can win is to scattershot them, which makes sense, right? But unless they're doing that, it's just such a hard wall to break. It's such a hard wall to break, right? Let's actually take a look at something here quickly, because I know that I was in a guild brawl. I got something funny to show you guys too. Stats. No, alright, so I won the 2 that I looked at. Alright, I got something funny to show you guys. Like I say, I thought I was good. And check this out. Alright. So here we go. These are the results of a gold wild tournament I think I was in recently. I want you guys to observe how badly I got crushed. Alright. Now, I'll be honest. It was like 10 SPS to enter, so I didn't really care. So I was trying to Charles FTW it. I was like, how fast can I enter these teams? And I was trying to, like, you know, like go at it super fast. And this is the results. But it's even worse. And I hope that I'm not the only one who's ever had these tournaments these days that you're like, oh man, I did horrible. But it's even worse than you can see here. And I found this really funny. I have to share it with you. So 3 wins, 8 losses. How can it be worse, you ask? How can it be worse than 3 wins, 8 losses? I guess 0 wins, 11 losses. But isn't that what this is? 1 win, fled. 2 win, fled. 3rd win, fled. My only wins were because of fleas. I don't even know what's worse, going 0-11 or going 3-8 with your only wins being fleds. Oh, I don't know why I showed you guys that. Don't lose respect for me. I swear to God, I'm normally a better player than this. But I was literally just like, let's see what we can do. And it was like, I guess it was champion, not gold wild tournament, but still. Like, look at that. My 3 wins, fled. And now you know. Now you know. Like I said here, if you don't laugh, you cry. It was the ultimate disgrace. Here's my land update. For 1 full week. Yeah, all fleas, Mondroid. You know it, buddy. All fleas. Yeah. I think lots of low people play the Rebellion only tourney. I have a bronze and silver level Rebellion deck and went 9-2 in the Diamond tourney. What? Man, I wish I wouldn't have sold all of my common summoners then. Maybe that's the one place that I could actually win some tournaments here. But yeah, Mondroid, you called it, buddy. All fleas. Like, literally in the comments, Mondroid goes, all fleas? Yeah, they were all fleas. They were all fleas. But, here you can see my juicy bounty from my lands. This was lands at 100% that I had to collect. 5 lands with, like, 190,000 DEC staked in order to earn me 91.913 SPS per week. Is it worth it? I don't know, guys. I think when the time comes that I actually need to purchase, like, some real cards in order to play with them, like, I could buy an Arcane and be playing with Arcane right now for the cost of just a DEC staked on land. And Arcane would probably win me more on a weekly basis just by using it to get, like, game wins than this 91.913 SPS that I'm earning off the lands. The only reason I haven't completely cashed in my lands right now is because of land 2.0. And when it eventually comes, maybe I'll mine something other than SPS or whatever like that. But for the time being, Like this is remember when it and wah lands to me are straight up wah like super sad oboe. Super sad oboe on the lands. Oh my goodness. Alright. So we got a big update on the battle wagons and stuff like that. I've got a cool little team that I wanted to show you guys. This is from me when I was trying to play manually in Wild. And I will probably never see this team again. Alright. Maybe the land SPS can support renting certain cards to play ranked. Hey, maybe it can. Maybe it can. Sometimes I even forgot to harvest my land so they're 100% full. Same, Android, same. I normally try and, like, harvest lands today, like, on stream. In fact, I better not forget to do that. So in next stream, I can go and I can harvest lands and we can all pity the poor lands together. But yeah, my 5 meager plots, not doing so good. All right, I want you guys to check out this awesome battle, though. I will probably never end up with a cool battle like this again in my life. In my life, I will probably never end up with a battle like this again. Check this out. Look at this. It's a Mighty Dricken 4-star. Look at that. And, look. It's a Prince Julian. So it's a Prince Julian and a Mighty Dricken. A Prince Julian and a Mighty Dricken. Like, who cares? You see gold dragons all the time. But Prince Julian and Mighty Dricken? Like, that's pretty awesome. There we go. Yeah, 7, 4. You guys didn't think I was going to win, did you? No, no, no. Just to show you how cool it was that there was a Prince Julian and a Mighty Dricken. There we go. Close, close. All right. We got the point. Yeah, because it means so little to me as a player. Yeah, me too, Mondroid. Me too. I honestly just don't care about lands at all. That being said, I may as well go over here and collect them again, because that way I'm at least ready for next week when I show you guys the pitiful lands that I have here, right? So let's claim the grain. I think I did it yesterday because I was probably at 100% for like 12 days or something because I forgot to collect last week. So I collected this week. Yeah, there we go. Claim SPS. Yay, so 16 SPS after taxes becomes, or I guess 18. All right, cool. 18 SPS for like 2 days worth of work. It is what it is. When the next day comes, that's when I'll do it. I've got an extra land. Hopefully it sells at some point. If you guys are looking for a Yumbra land or something like that, I got one for sale. But look at this. It's costing me 190,000 DEC to hold on to that. Yikes. 190,000 DEC. Hold on to that. Let's see if I got any matches here. All right. I've only got one. It looks like I was only able to get one of these so far for the week. One of our Celebrity Deathmatch, and it's against Bulldog. So let's go. Let's play Celebrity Deathmatch now, okay? Those of you guys who are new to the stream might not know what I'm talking about. What's the name of that program? It's called Nightbot? Nightbot? Here we go. All right. So here's how it works, okay? I wish they put all that time into all the stuff we're talking about now with NPE, but it is what it is. I agree. But you know what? It's because the whale people all wanted lands. And I mean, we did buy lands, what, 2 years ago? I mean, it's only right that they finally fulfill lands. I just think that for what it is, like, it means nothing to me either, Mondred. I'm with you, buddy. I'm a player. I want things like 2x unlocks on Soulbounds so I can get that last Usit that I need. You know, that's what I want to see happen. You know, those are my priorities, is playing the game. You know, playing the game. Maybe even make Modern bot free, which will make a whole load of its own problems, right? Like crash the rental market completely. Player base becomes 0 and stuff when that happens. Whatever. But like to me, I just want playing enhancements and more players coming in as a Magic card player, of course. And hey, look what I got to open today. I broke down. I bought another pack of Magic the Gathering. I just couldn't stop myself. I just can't stop buying my pack a week. I know I wasn't going to, but I ran out of those other cards, and here we are. All right, so yeah, it's another pack. It's another pack. Did they say when unlocking would come? I think they said when the next reward set comes out, but they didn't allude to when that was. I think they did say that it was going to be sooner rather than later. I think they did say that they had already started working on the next reward set at least. Did they say it was the last pack? Nope, they didn't say it was the last pack. But I mean, these packs cost me $46.32 Canadian. $46.32. So that's like $10 US. Just kidding. It's like $30 US or whatever like that. But $30 US for this pack. This one pack. And I mean, last week I did open this card here. All right, I did open this this reflecting pool, right? The fancy reflecting pool, which is worth something, but it is what it is. I still need 3 cards from that set. Why I don't just buy the singles? Who knows? I just love to lose money. But it is what it is, right? All right, so let's play a quick round of Celebrity Deathmatch, and I'm going to give away a decent card, I think, since we've only got 1 round of Celebrity Deathmatch to play today. I'm going to give away a Soulbound reward card. I can't do that, I guess, right? But I'm going to give away, let's do a, I think I wanted to give away that guy, and he's used all the time, and he's got Reflection Shield, and he's a legendary. How do I get that to be gone? Oh, what am I doing? Own Soulbound, just owned, period. He's a good one. I've got lots of him. I want to see legendary, and I want to see neutral. A Venator Kinjo. All right, so I want to give away a Venator Kinjo today to the winner of this race. So let's play Celebrity Deathmatch for Venator Kinjo. Okay, so all that you have to do is you have to enter into chat who you think won. Do you think Bulldog won this match? Or do you think Psilence won this match? And again, I don't cherry pick. If I see a name brand player, I just pick it, and it is what it is, right? Like if I win, if I lose, hey, it's a Celebrity Deathmatch, which is what I like to do with you guys, right? So let's go, let's play. All you need to do to participate is in the chat write either Bulldog or Psilence. And if you are correct on who it was that won, you go into Duck Race. The winner of the Duck Race gets this Venator Kinjo. I know I got the support of Jay Daniel, Ime Wanty, Eternal Paw going with Bulldog. The Fizz is Psy. Wow, Eternal Paw, you got a free guaranteed Venator Kinjo here. It almost looks like if no one else goes for the Bulldog. Give you guys a few more seconds. Sometimes the ads will pop up. You plead the 5th. Come on, Mondroid. You got to choose someone, buddy. Everyone can use a bonus Venator Kinjo. Come on. I'm sitting here slurping on. You might be wondering what I'm drinking. I don't drink tea anymore. I don't drink coffee. I drink a lemon, water, honey, and whiskey beverage here called a hot toddy to help with my cough and stuff like that. That's pretty much what I drink right now. Come on, Mondroid. You got to play. You'll say Bulldog so Eternal Paw doesn't auto-win. All right, I like that. I like that. Good choice, Mondroid. Good choice. All right, so we'll give you guys another 10 seconds or so. Get your guesses in there. And then we'll go ahead and we'll play Celebrity Deathmatch. And we'll see who won between Bulldog and I. It's hard to capture, like, name brand players these days. I don't know if all the name brand players are just not playing anymore, and if they're just, like, where they're all on lands right now. And I think this could even be a Wild match from when I was manually playing Wild. But like I said, I'll be honest, like once I hit leaderboard and stuff like that in Modern, I just turn on a bot these days and go to Wild. And it sucks that I do that. And if there were no bots available, I'd obviously play Wild manually instead. But like I said, I got my butt beat like 9 in a row as soon as I hit, like, it was fine in gold. And then as soon as I went ahead and I hit diamond, I was like, man, I'm losing an awful lot. I was like, let me look up these accounts. And every single account I looked up in Diamond and Champion, they all had bots. There was not a single human player, period. that I faced in my time in Wild. It was crazy, guys. It's crazy. There's no humans in Wild, as far as I can tell. All right, so that's enough time. I'm gonna put in a few stars. Let's run this battle. I'll even use my new technical knowledge to turn on the audio for the battle. Yes, my new technical knowledge will have the audio play for the battle so we can hear all the bang, zap, zooms, and the things that happen. Here we go. All right, good luck, everyone. Bamf. It's my combo! It's my combo! Alright, let's do it. Look! It's my combo! Look at all those misses for the Myrmidon. Good work, Myrmidon. See? Chaos Orc, guys, I'm telling you, you're sleeping on the Chaos Orc. He's so good. I don't know if I can break this from Martin Smith, but man, it's amazing. 3. Do I break the Grimmy? Oh my god. Do I win this match? No way. No way. Come on, Chaos Orc, do your thing. Alright, fine. He's like, this is like, I love that combo, guys. It worked! I won, I beat Bulldog, I love it. I took one look at this lineup, I was like, there's no way I'm winning. But look at Chaos Orc. This is the combo, I'm telling you guys. Mondroid's like, alright, let me close this up here, It was a modern battle too. Alright, hold on. Let me figure out, let me do my thing there. Settings, audio. Alright, disabled. Okay. Mondroid's probably looking at it, he's like, nah, man, no, your combo is really bad. But I love that Myrmidon into Chaos Orc combo. I just love it. And you guys got to see it. Like I said, there are those cards that people are probably just like trash tier. They're so good sometimes. They're so good. Like, did you see that Chaos Orc trample after piercing? You witnessed it. You guys got to witness it. And the Myrmidon hit and shatter that armor. It was so good. That's like my pet combo. That's my pet combo. Yes. I've actually been surprised by the Chaos Orc. Mondroid agrees. There you go, guys. You see it in writing in the chat. Even Mondroid has love for the Chaos Orc. I think I'm going to 10-star that Chaos Orc. I think I'm going to 10-star the Chaos Orc. Yeah, he is like Jared Scar. I've actually gone and I've used him in opportunity matches, and he's flat out a beast, buddy. He's a beast. I used them in opportunity matches along with weapons training. All right, so this is cool. I got to show you guys something. So it's an opportunity. I don't have this battle written down or anything like that. Legendary, and show me Chaos Legion, and give me all these guys. Neutral. Okay. So I was using Phyrexian Hero, all right? And I was weapons training in one of those, in an opportunity match. I was weapons training this Rebellion card over here. Common Fire. Owned. I was weapons training the Nimbleduke Scout, who's got Inspire, right? And I also had Tusk the Wide in there. So I'll show you guys Tusk the Wide. And I also had Tusk the Wide in here. Right here with his Inspire as well, right? So my Chaos Orc had like, and I was using Tarsa. So my Chaos Orc actually had like 7 attack. And he just went on a straight up murderous rampage. Like killing everything in his path because he had 7 attack. He had Pierce. He had Trample. He was hitting into the middle of their team. Oh, guys, it was awesome. Chaos Orc, he's actually good. And I'm telling you right now, that you saw how many misses there was on that Myrmidon, right? So Myrmidon's another one of those cards that I'm trying to get up to. Where is Myrmidon? Where's that Myrmidon again? Show me the Myrmidon. Fire. And I want to see Rebellion. Like, Myrmidon's one of those cards that I'm actually slowly working my way up to 115. When I find a good deal on Myrmidon for like 25 cents and stuff, I've been buying Myrmidons. I might even have bids in on Myrmidon because I actually want to get him up there. Let's see, buy cards. Is Myrmidon one that I have bids in on? Or am I just waiting to look at him myself? No, I've got bids in on these guys right now. I slept too long on Blackmoor Nymph, and now she's really expensive. But Myrmidon, I'm trying to get up here to the 8-star because he's actually proven his worth to me. I want that 6 speed. I want that 6 speed to combine with Yasik so that I can have like 8, 9, 10 speed on my tank. And then, I mean, you already saw Bulldog missing. Unless they're using Mantaroth with True Strike in the front, Torch Myrmidon's actually decent as a tank. He's got a good body on him. He'll have a decent attack. And that speed, he's shattering their armor before your Chaos Orc even gets the chance to attack because he's so fast. I love the Myrmidon. He's one of those cards. Remember, guys, when I did that top 10 Rebellion cards that you're not playing with that you should be? He was in there, and he has proven his worth just like the Chaos Orc. Those two are like buddy-buddies as far as I'm concerned. They're buddy-buddies. I use Myrmidon more than I use Torch Vizier. For sure, I use him more than Torch Vizier. I haven't had a chance to use Flame Mephit with the backfire yet, but it'll still be good. It'll have its day. It'll have its day. All right, let's go and let's give out those. Let's give out that reward. So we're gonna go into Duck Race, and those of you who voted for the Psy, sorry guys, those of you who didn't. Let's go to names. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's live life on a let's live life on the wild side, and let's pop in the Ducky Doubler. Let's pop in the Ducky Doubler for a legendary card because I'm pumped. I remember I'd forgotten what that whole battle was about, but I'm pumped that it was Chaos Orc and Myrmidon, and I got to show that off. So let's do it. Let's do it the hard way. All right. So we're gonna go with Ime, Jade, and the Fizz. Ime, Jade, and the Fizz. Ime, Jade, and the Fizz. The Fizz, I just want to thank you again. Thanks so much for subscribing 3 months in a row. You're my only consistent subscriber that I've ever had. I love it, man. Again, I don't even know how I get paid with this thing, but I'm sure that you've bought me a coffee by now, and I totally appreciate it. All right, let's do it. And I think that we said the magic number is 24 seconds, right? Okay, so we got the Fizz, Jade, Ime, and we've got the Ducky Doubler. And look at this. We've got 2 Vanilla Ducks. That's too many Vanilla Ducks. We can only have max 1 Vanilla Duck. Let's get 1 Vanilla Duck in. We'll shuffle until we only get 1. So Jade, Daniel, you get the Vanilla Duck. Good luck, everybody. I'll turn up the volume so we can get some reverberating quacks going on. Ducks are going slow. Is it the Ducky Doubler? Oh, it's Jade. Of course, it's a Vanilla Duck. You can always count on the Vanilla Duck. Jade Daniels, congratulations, buddy. You won yourself a juicy and delicious, what did I say it was again? Venator Kinjo. Yay! Yay, Venator Kinjo. All right, let's find you again. We went off on that little tangent for a bit there talking about cards. And Chaos Legion, Venator Kinjo. All right, let's send one out. I started collecting Venator Kinjo. I was like, I'm going to be smart. I'm going to speculate on Venator Kinjo because it's such a great card. And I was like, there's no way it's going to be cheaper than $1. We see how that turned out. We see how that turned out. All right, hook me up. Wait for Arnie Boy. Is Arnie Boy not in? Oh, Arnie, I'm so sorry, my man. I'm so sorry, Arnie. I forgot about you, buddy. No, Arnie Boy, why? I feel bad, Arnie. I feel bad. Especially since I love Arnie Schwarzenegger. Sorry, buddy. My apologies. I didn't see at the very bottom there. I thought I did the stars before you were in. Apologies, Arns. And you voted for me too. I have failed you. Well, Jay Daniel, give me the thing. You know what I'll do for Ernie Boy? Ernie Boy, give me yours too. I'll toss you a Chaos Orc. I'll toss you a Chaos Orc since I forgot about you. I'll send you a juicy Chaos Orc on your way. So Jay Daniel, there you go. And Ernie, hook me up with your IGN. I'll toss you a Chaos Orc. Because you saw the power of the Chaos Orc. Now I know you all want to level him up. Even Mondroid has vouched for the Chaos Orc. All right? Even Mondroid has vouched for the Chaos Orc. That's high praise for a Chaos Orc. Let's face it. High praise for a Chaos Orc when even Mondroid is like, yep, I like the Chaos Orc. Let's send it out. There you go, Ernie. At least you got something, buddy. At least you got something. Sorry about that, buddy. It's not a Venator Kinjo, but hey. He's almost as good. That's going a little far, but he's still a good one. He's still a good guy. Oh no, why does it say 7-star? Oh, please tell me I didn't accidentally send you my 7-star. All right, good. I didn't. Like I say, I love Chaos Orc and I use Chaos Orc. He's a good one. Jay Daniel, he had your back. Hey, no problem, buddy. All right, so 10:40 here. You know what? We might close things up a little early because I know that a lot of you guys have just been on like almost a 4-hour power stream here of watching Town Hall, then having that flow directly into my stream, which I totally appreciate you guys still sticking in there. So let's go ahead and let's do. Oh, you know what? I better go here quickly and turn off my screen because I'm gonna buy some Rebellion packs. Give me 1 second here. I'm going to have to do this for a second. I'm going to go to camera only. You like my stuff? Oh, thanks, Eternal Paw. You're going to have to do a close-up of my face here quickly. Dun, dun, dun. While I go in here and I purchase my my $20 worth of packs like I do every week. I don't need you guys seeing my PayPal information. Now it's going a little far. All right. Go. Complete the purchase. I'm doing my part in buying credits from the store. There we go. It's done successfully. Let's go back. There we go. All right. Okay. So I managed to buy some credits like I do every week. I got my $20 worth of credits. I like to support Splinterlands, the company. I'll be honest, I'm probably not going to buy my packs from this store. Because I get such a good discount buying them off the secondary market and I don't have to use my vouchers, which are actually going up in price if I'm not mistaken. Let's double check vouchers. I think that they've been going up. Me? Yeah, look at that. So they're up to 4 cents each. So that's another 20 cents on top of the $4. That's $4.20. And let's see what Rebellion is. Yeah, $3.64. So I mean that's like in what, 40, that's like a 55-cent difference. And if I'm buying 5 packs, that's $2.50. That's almost a free pack, right? Let's just take a look at what they sell for here, though, on the market. Other items. $3.95, yeah. So, I mean, it's still a pretty big discount. I mean, that's still going to be like a 25, 30-cent discount. I mean, I can't afford to just throw 30 cents away. I'm not that rich. I'm not one of those guys who's got tons of cash. So let's buy these guys here. We'll buy our 5 packs. And then we'll go over here and we're going to get ourselves our Gladius cases. So 17, so call it 16. That's 8 Gladius cases. I can buy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Gladius cases. Pay with merits. And I'll say a little blurb here. Here we go. Hey, you guys, it's I the Psy. Welcome to a Silence Quickie. We're going to open some packs here quick. Managed to buy myself my weekly 5 packs of Rebellion, plus the one I open every day, of course, as you guys probably know from Discord. And I've got my Gladius cases. So I'm just going to start by opening 3 Gladius cases, and then we'll kind of alternate between the 2 of them, see if I manage to pull anything good and spicy. I know I managed to pull a, what's the name of that girl? The Ninja Girl. I got one of her in gold foil the other day, so it was pretty good. I'm thinking about burning her for the 50k. You know how things are. Things are tight around here. You got to take that 50k how you can. Looks like I've got myself a nice juicy Quora over there. Can't complain about Quoras. Let's see if the prophecy will be fulfilled. So a couple rares. Double Alfredo, which is actually a team member, as we know. And here's a Quora. Gotta call it like it is. Got the old one-eyed giant, if you know what I mean. Good old Gorth. All right, so let's do 2 of these guys at a time. 2 rebellion packs going down. Hopefully Lady Luck smiles upon me. I'm not really a big believer in luck, and the same reason I'm not a believer in time. Those are man-made constructs in order to explain the unexplainable. But hey, there you go. Gold foil rare, flame method. That kind of almost pays for a pack, or at least half a pack. Oh my gosh, it's a gold foil Anacron bolter. Happy days. We're doing good. We're doing good with that pack opening. I mean, 2 gold foil rares. May not be legendaries, but I'll bet that Anacron bolter is actually worth something. Let's take a brief pause and take a look at a gold foil flame method. Let's go to owned. That'll make my life easier. Rebellion, gold, owned, flame method, 430, and Anacron bolter, 992. We got there, guys. We did something right. Gotta love it when that happens, right? Let's open 2 of these Gladius cases next. 2 at a time. We don't want to ruin it by going too quickly, right? We don't want to ruin it by going too quickly. Got a couple rares, 3 rares. All right. Give me some gold foil rare, then I can burn him. It's another Alfredo, but he is gold foil. Sorry, Alfredo, you're probably getting burned. I'll take that juicy DEC. How do you buy packs via PayPal? So Eternal Paw, I actually buy credits. You can buy credits here using PayPal. So I use PayPal to buy the credits, and then I go and I buy the... Oh, man, I use DEC again. Oh, man. And then you can go ahead and you can buy through items or through the market. You can buy other items, and you can buy the Rebellion packs using credits, which I forgot to do. I used my precious DEC instead, but you can use credits to buy off the secondary market as well. It doesn't matter anymore to me because credits are just as good as DEC since I like to buy a pack a day. This will just be my weekly pack a day as well. It's almost like I'm a high roller when I'm really not, you know? But yeah, that's how you do it. I use PayPal to buy credits, and then I use the credits to buy the stuff. All right, you know what? Let's open 1 more Gladius, and we'll open 1 more of those, then we'll do another 2 and 2. And then we'll have opened it up. But I'm pretty happy with those gold foils there, especially that Anacron for 9. That was a good one. And Ajax Lightfoot. His foot is light. I want to end it with the Rebellion packs. I'm due a legendary. I've opened lots of packs recently, and I haven't gotten any legendaries. So like I said, I subscribe to the Gambler's Fallacy, which to me means I'm owed a legendary. I'm owed one. Yes, Blackmoor Nymph. I'm working on the Nymph right now. I really need Nymph. It's a Blackmoor Nymph. And let's open both of these at the same time. And then we'll open both those Rebellions and hope that we get something else good. But that gold foil Anacron bolter, mwah, that was just beautiful. Oh, we got our Quora. We got a Quora. That's what you've always got to say. Oh, 2 Quoras. You've always got to say Quora, Quora, whenever you see those, right? I love Abaddon. Come on, Quora number 1. Edith Emberstar, 1 more Quora. It's a Quora! Yes! 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 It's like, it's funny when you're like, I don't care about the legendaries, just give me the Quora. And there she is in all of her beauty. It's a Quora. Who you like to make those, everyone loves to make those beautiful martyr sandwiches. And Quora is the meat. And you've got the fungus as one piece of the bread, and you got the rat as the other piece of bread. And mwah, it's such a delicious Quora sandwich. All right, and here we go. Let's open these last 2 packs. Let's see if the luck will continue, and we'll finally get that legendary. That elusive Rebellion legendary. Ooh, it's a Chaos Orc. I love Chaos Orc. And no such thing this week. Pirate of 8. And... Dobson Sniper. You can't win them all, can you? You just can't win them all. I'm still happy. I think that was a positive EV. Might not have been, but it's around break even at least. So I'm not going to complain. Hope you guys like that little silence short. Until next time, it's I the Psy. See you guys soon. Ooh, I'm getting so many good little clips that I can go and put on YouTube. I love it. Yeah, that one was a womp womp womp, AJ Daniel. Like I said, you can't win them all. You can't win them all. All right. So let's go ahead here. Let's open this pack of Magic the Gathering, and then we'll end things off with our AI Splinterlands story. So don't write it out yet, but start thinking about the 2 Splinterlands characters that you want to see battle each other in this week's AI Splinterlands story. Okay? But we're going to go. You guys are going to have to take a good look at my ugly mug here. I'm turning 44 in just over a month, if you can believe it. I'm that ancien. Je suis un ancien caractère. Getting old. Foil Triland. Hey, buddy. The cards that I'm after right now, I'm after this weird little halfling. He's like called like noble halfling or something like that. I need a noble halfling. You're going to be 44 in 3 months as well, DeFizz? That's awesome, buddy. I can't believe it. We're both so ancient, right? As far as the only cards I need in this whole thing, I need an Orcish Bowmaster. I need the like noble halfling or something like that he's called. And I need the One Ring. Those are the only cards I need in this whole set. So let's see if I can pull one of those guys off. Or if once again it'll be a bust. Even though last week, like I said, I got this juicy little guy. This Henneth Annan, which is actually a reflecting pool in like its coolest form. Right? But even that wasn't enough to get it in. What are you talking about? We're all gray bushes, DeFizz. That's how it works, man. We're all gray bushes. All right, here we go. So junk. No one cares about the junk. Let's face it. Junk, junk, junk. The only thing that matters is, did you hit something that's going to give you the value back in the pack, or should you have just bought the singles? Which I could have bought the singles I needed like 10 times over by now. But what can I say? I just add them to my collection. I play Commander still, like once every 3 months. My buddies and I, other gray bushes like DeFizz and I, we get together and we play Commander. And so yeah, that's pretty much what I do. Is I just play Commander, and I need these cards for Commander decks. All right, here we go. Okay, so now the good stuff comes after this island. Here's where the good stuff comes. This is where you could get your rares and your mythics and stuff like that. And oh, it's the Shire. What does this do? Tap an untapped creature you control and create a food token. Okay. Tapped unless you control a legendary creature. All right, so it's not bad. So as long as I have a legendary creature, it can produce a white. And it will go ahead and it can make me food tokens. So that's got to be because of the hobbits, right? That's kind of neat. Is it foil? Of course not. It's a card that I could actually possibly squeeze in somewhere into like a token generation deck where I'd like duplicate every token I make creates like an additional token. But of course it's not foil, so I won't even use it. That's right. If it's not foil, I won't even use it in a deck. We got Treebeard. 1/1/1 to target halfling or tree folk. Okay, no one cares. The Hengard Unleashed. Is this the one I get every single pack? I swear to God it is. The last 3 packs I've gotten this exact same card. Why? Why does it follow me everywhere I go? Why? The Loot Bearer. Shagrat the Loot Bearer. No mythics. Legolas, the Master Archer. He's trash. And the Myriad Landscape. It's fine, I guess. That's it! It was a $0 pack, guys. I got nothing. I got literally a $0 pack. I just burned $46 Canadian. I just burned $46 Canadian on that pack. It was a $0 pack. $0. It was a $0 pack. Straight up. I gotta throw it a second time. $0. $0 pack. Guys, I swear to God, next time I'm just gonna be like, look, guys, I just bought the card I needed. I bought the singleton card I needed. That's how it's gonna work. All right. Let's go back to the screen here. Okay. Yeah, no, I could have bought more Rebellion. I still need those 3 cards, though. I still need those 3 cards. Why BTC? I've got enough. I think I've got a sufficient amount of Bitcoin. If I was going to buy anything right now, and again, not financial advice. Oh, man. I'm dying. One day I'm just not going to show up and it'll turn out that I'm like dead. I'd probably buy Ethereum right now over Bitcoin. That Bitcoin ETF thing, which is an exchange traded fund, for those of you who don't know, people are already buying the rumor, then they sold the news. And I think the next big thing is going to be Ethereum, because then I can at least buy the Ethereum rumor of an ETF or something like that instead. So I think I've got my bags full of Bitcoin, even though, I mean, it's not like I'm a Bitcoin maxi or anything like that. Like, I've been playing in shit coins that I mean, poop coins. I can say whatever I want. It's my own stream. I've been kind of dabbling in poop coins here on crypto.com. Things that are like, ooh, it's 0.000001 cents. I'll just throw like 25 bucks at it and see what happens, you know, like the Pepe coin kind of things. I think the one weird one that I bought recently was some really stupid one. I'm like, I just burned my money or whatever on it. I can't remember what it was called. Gecko. I bought some Gecko coin or whatever like that. I don't know why I did it. I was just like, oh, it's cheap. I'll just buy it just because. And yeah, obviously that's not going anywhere. And then I had a bunch of Luna Classic, Luna C that I bought. And I was like, ooh, Luna C, maybe it'll make a comeback. But then that Do Kwon guy or whatever like that got put in jail, and I got an email that came in, and it was like, crypto.com is discontinuing Luna C, and I was like, oh, I guess I better just sell everything that I have and just accept the loss, you know. And so there goes my Luna C. Ime coin, 1 billion for 25. That's the kind of stuff I'd buy though, Ime. Make your Ime coin, and what you got to do though is you got to sell it to me first, and then you have to get your listing, right? And then we'll all empty our bags on the other silences that are out there who are just kind of chasing the dream of the 100x, you know? Let's unload our bags on those chumps, right? Like, that's me. I'm one of those chumps, right? I'm one of those people that exist for you to cash out on. Oh, what a day, what a day. All right, so let's go and let's pop it in. What I want from you guys is I want 2 Splinterlands characters, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to do our AI Splinterlands story, okay? So write me a short 3-paragraph story using characters from the Splinterlands Web3 NFT game. Make it a battle story featuring the following 2 characters. Have a clear winner and loser in the battle. Make sure to describe all of the special abilities, items, and magic spells that they use in the battle. Have a clear winner and loser. Have the winner make a funny and witty remark to the loser to rub in the fact that they won. All right, so I want 2 characters. We got the Mariput Magician. All right, let me make sure that we spell it right in case it's actually going to go back here and try and do like a lookup. So what's he called? He's called Meriput, Meriput, Magician, and Darg Deadblast. Okay, so we'll do Meriput Magician versus Darg Deadblast. That's what we'll do here. So Meriput, Meriput, characters Meriput Magician, and Darg is Daarg if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Daarg, Deadblast. I'll put those guys in commas to make sure that they know. And we'll see who ChatGPT decides is going to be the winner and the loser. Make it a battle story featuring the following 2 characters who have a duel. Let's make sure to include that as well. Mariput Magician and Darg Deadblast. Okay, here we go, guys. Let's see who's going to win in this week's AI Splinterlands story. Will it be the Mariput Magician, or will it be Darg Deadblast versus? I have to make sure that my phrasing is right or else it doesn't work. Okay. Good luck, Mariput and Darg. Let's check it out. Bam! All right. Drink a peace thing. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, so, fa, mi, re, do. All right. In the mystical realm of Splinterlands, where creatures and sorcery clashed, an epic duel unfolded between 2 formidable warriors, the cunning Mariput Magician and the explosive Darg Deadblast. The battlefield crackled with anticipation as these legendary characters prepared to showcase their unique abilities. Mariput, a master of illusion, summoned ethereal duplicates of herself to confound her adversaries. Darg, on the other hand, wielded a devastating cannon that spat fiery projectiles, living up to his reputation as a walking explosion waiting to happen. The battle raged on, both combatants unleashing their arsenals of spells and items. Mariput skillfully utilized her mirror image ability, creating illusions that danced around Darg, confusing his targeting system. Darg retaliated with a fiery blast, a powerful spell that engulfed Mariput and her illusions in flames. The air was thick with magic as the two clashed, each move strategized to outsmart the other. In the end, it was Mariput who emerged victorious. With a sly grin, she conjured a final spell, the Arcane Finale, a burst of magical energy that overwhelmed Darg. As he stumbled, defeated, Mariput couldn't resist a witty remark. Looks like your firepower fizzled out, Darg. Maybe next time you should bring more than just a bang to the battle. With a flourish, she disappeared in a puff of smoke, leaving Darg to ponder his explosive defeat. That was a good one. So it looks like it was the Mariput Magician who took out Darg Deadblast in this week's AI Splinterlands battle. Eternal Paw. That was a good one, man. I like that one. I'm glad that it was the Mariput Magician that won it, and I'm glad that they called her Legendary on top of that. That was pretty cool. Did I talk about cheating this time? Yeah, I talked about cheating at the beginning, but what I'll do here for you, Eternal Paw. Yeah, Eternal Paw's got the heal, eh? Is I'll go over here to view my channel. Excuse me. And I'll post this here for you. Final Fantasy, no. I don't know if it'll do a copyright strike or something on me if I do that. Here you go. If you want to watch my whole YouTube video that I did on cheating in Splinterlands tournaments, you can go ahead, you can check out that link there, Eternal Paw. It was a good one. It was a good one. But there we go. So it was the Mariput Magician that took out Darg Deadblast on this week's AI Splinterlands story. Sorry, Darg, maybe next time. And yeah, that was a fun one. So yeah, that being said, we had a great town hall today. I really loved you guys tuning in with me. It's been a while since we've had some challenges. I'm going to try and work some of those into the next stream that I do. I know I've said that like every week now for the past 2 or 3 weeks because I've been dying to use the new function that we have over here in challenges, which is to challenge and be able to use modern as the drop down. I made a big deal about, man, when are we getting modern? When are we getting modern as a challenge? That I still haven't even used it, but its day will come. Je te jure que sa journée va venir. Its day will come and we will have a modern little challenge off or something like that. It'll be great. And of course, we'll give out prizes if you guys can beat me. And if you can't, then everyone will know that you have failed and they do not get a chance to go into Duck Race and get any rewards. So steel yourself for the mockery that will ensue if you don't get that V on your guy this side. All right. Well, there you go, guys. We're wrapping up another week. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you did, I put all this on my YouTube afterwards anyway. I get a few people that watch the full stream, but hey, it's fun. We have fun. I have fun with you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. If you like what you see, like, share, subscribe. I know I'm supposed to say that a lot. I always forget to say it. Everyone else is all like, smash that like button or whatever. I don't know. Just do your thing. I do this because I love the game. I don't do it for like monetary value. Although DeFizz, one day I will cash out on that coffee and I will show the world that I have a coffee thanks to you. So for everyone here in the stream, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Until next week, it's I stream every Thursday from 9 to 11-ish EST. Love you guys tuning in. Love hanging out. I'll see you all next week. Peace out, my friends.